Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Tuesday, October 26, 2010. Hope y'all are doing great. And I'm just going to jump right into the update. Let me just start by saying that the markets have been pretty crazy, ranging. Again, in September, we had a pretty bad month. October hasn't been any better. And it's just because the markets have just been really crappy right now, actually. But again, you know, there's nothing you can really do about that. The whole goal here is just to save as many pips as you can, so when the markets do trend, we'll be better off and better poised to make more profit. But I just wanted to preclude with that because today was no exception. Again, the market was just very choppy, and so I'm moving the chart back. This is my 4-hour chart. We're going to look at our overall trend. Now, yesterday at 4 p.m. there was a trend change candle for a downtrend. So you could see there was a crossover to the downside. Our side was below 50. Stochastics were trending down. But the very next candle, we had a crossover to the upside. However, our side was barely above 50, but stochastics were trending down. So this is not a valid trend change candle. Therefore, at the start of our day at midnight, the trend is still down because we do not have a completed or a valid trend change candle to the upside. So the trend is down at the start of our day. What we have to do now is see what happens on the very next candle, and if the indicators line up, then we will have a valid trend change and we can start to look for trades in the opposite direction. Now, if I move to the next candle, this is the midnight to 4 a.m. candle. RSI is well above 50 now. However, stochastics, if I zoom it up, still has not crossed up. Therefore, the trend is still down at this point. So although it looks like the market is moving up, our trend is actually still down. What we have to do at this point is wait until the next candle happens and see what happens. Now, if stochastics finally catches up, then at that point we will have a valid trend change. So if I move through the next candle, obviously the market skyrocketed up. Now stochastics are definitely trending up. RSI is definitely trending up. Now we have a valid trend change candle. Now this candle doesn't close until 8 a.m. So from midnight to 8 a.m. we were still looking for short trades. Now at 8 a.m. when this candle closed, we now know that, okay, we have a valid trend change to the upside. Now from 8 a.m. on forward, we can now look for long trades. And then that was the rest of the day. There was no other trend change candles after that. So again, to recap, from midnight to 8 a.m. the trend was down, and after 8 a.m. the trend was up. Alright, so if you are kind of confused about that still, rewind the video and watch it again. Hopefully it'll make more sense the second time around. Alright, so now I'm on my 15-minute chart, and this is where we're actually going to look for entries. And I've moved it back to before midnight, but before we start trading, we do want to take a look at our news events for the day. So I will go to babypips.com. Actually, I have it right here. Go to babypips.com, click on the Tools tab, and it's going to automatically bring up the news events for the day. Today is the 26th of October. And again, we're looking for news that affects the UK or the US. So under the currency column, anything that says GBP or USD, we'll look at. And we only want to look at news that will have an impact on the market. So under impact, we want to make sure it has at least 2 or 3 dots. Anything with 1 dot, we're not going to regard as an important news event. So if I go down my chart here, at 4:30 you can see the UK had the GDP. This was 3 dots of impact, so definitely something to jot down. So I'm just writing that down in a notebook, in my notepad. And if I move down, you can see we had S&P Case-Shiller home price, not that important. Consumer confidence, not that important as well. Now I know I had these marked yesterday as something to watch out for, but you have to check, even though I post it, you should check the calendar the day that you're trading, because sometimes these do change, because what may have been important one time around may not be as important this time around. So it's very dynamic. So what happened was this originally had 2 dots of impact yesterday, but today when we checked it, only 1 dot of impact. So again, it's not going to be as important. Therefore, we can still trade during that time area. Okay. So really, the only news event today was the 4:30 GDP for the UK, and so I'm just jotting that down in my notepad. You can do the same thing. just to let us know when not to be in the market, and that's 4:30 a.m. Alright, so now I'm going to move my chart forward one candle at a time, give you my thought process along the way. And again, at this point, we're looking for short trades. So here at 12:30, we do get a crossover to the downside. RSI is below 50, stochastics is trending down, MACD was positive and is losing value, so this is a valid entry. Now you want to enter at the close of the candle, which is at 57.24. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high at 57.37, and our target will be at the nearest 0.50 level at 5700. Again, we don't have news until 4:30, so plenty of time to trade here. So we'll just move the chart forward, see what happens. And unfortunately, we do get stopped out. This is at 1:15 here. So we're just going to jot that in the books. Again, another loss, but again, we didn't lose too many pips there, and so I don't feel too bad about it. And again, because I know the markets are just not really having great conditions right now, it's not that big of a surprise, and it doesn't really faze me that much because I've seen these things before. So it doesn't mean I'm happy about it, but the blow isn't too bad. So moving forward, still looking for short trades at this point, and this is where we start to see the market take off. All right, there is 4:15. There's the 4:30 candle right here. Sorry, you can see definitely made some noise there. Continue to move up, but again, at this point, we're still looking for short trades. It isn't until right here, right here where the candle closes, that we look at our 4-hour chart and know that now we do have a new trend change. And now from this point forward, I am only looking for long trades. So you kind of got to shift gears at this point. And right now we're looking for long trades, and here we get a crossover to the upside. RSI is above 50, stochastics are trending up. MACD was negative and gaining value, so this is a valid entry. We want to enter here at the close of the candle at 58.62. Stop will be at the most recent swing low at 58.27. And our target will be at the nearest 50 or 0 level at 5900. And let's see if I can get it right on there. There we go. And it closes at 10:30, so it's about an hour and a half until noon hits. I am going to go into this knowing that if I'm still in the trade by noon, I'm just going to go ahead and exit, whether or not I'm going to profit or loss, because the markets are ranging enough, and by noon the volume pretty much dies down, so I'm not going to risk staying in the trade. So as I move forward, nothing really going on here at this point. The markets just kind of hover, and at this point, at the close of this candle, I still wasn't in profit, or excuse me, my target still wasn't hit. I wasn't stopped out, so I was still in the trade, but at this time I'm just going to go ahead and exit. So I just closed at the close of the candle at 58.68, just because it's noon now and I don't really want to stick around while the market volatility dies down. So that's pretty much how the day rounded up. Again, not the prettiest day, and I wish I could show you some excellent charts of hundreds and hundreds of pips, but truth of the matter is that it just doesn't happen all the time, and we're kind of going through that spout right now. So if you're kind of new to these videos and you're like, man, this is pretty crazy, you're coming in at a pretty good time, I guess. You know, most times people will get in right when the system's doing great, and then all of a sudden it's a letdown. But you're coming in at a time where it's kind of rough times right now, and so you're seeing it at a downtime, and then hopefully it'll pick up soon. Hopefully November will be a great month, but again, you just got to stay disciplined in the system. That's really the only thing I can encourage you to do. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll try my best to answer them. But I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.